Question 3 is all about matrices. First part tells us to calculate the determinant, and to calculate the determinant of a 3 by 3, we know that what we need to do is do 3 and then we kind of cross this out, don't we? And then we do the determinant of whatever's left over. So it's 3 times the determinant of 113u. And then we know when we do the middle one, we've got to put a minus in front and do the similar process where we cross out the middle row and the top line, and then we're doing minus 1 times by the determinant of 115u plus, and then it's minus 1 times the determinant of 1153. And that will give us 3 times 1 times u minus 3 times 1 minus 1 times u minus 5 times 1 minus 1 times by 1 times 3 minus 5 times 1. And then that gives us 3 u minus 3 minus 1 times by u minus 5 minus 1 times by 3 minus 5, which is minus 2. So that gives us 3u minus 9 minus u plus 5 plus 2, and that gives us 2u minus 2, which is 2u minus 1, as they asked us to show. And then part B says find the inverse. And in order to find the inverse, we have the determinant, so it's 1 over the determinant, and then we've got that's the first step of finding the inverse, the determinant, which we've already done. Next, we need to find the matrix of minors. So matrix of minors, we're kind of doing a similar process to the determinant, where we cross out the respective column and row, and then we work out the determinant, whatever's left over, and that's referred to as the minor, and we replace that in the respective cell. So for example, if I'm doing the minor for the 3, the first entry, then we do the determinant that we did in part A of those 4 entries, and that gives us, and I know that gives me u minus 3, so then I write u minus 3 here. And so the next one will be u minus 5, and the last one will be minus 2. And now if I do for the 1, cross out middle row, cross out vertical line there, first column, and that's going to be u plus 3, the determinant what's left. Then cross out the middle row, middle column, that's going to be u plus 5, cross out the last row, middle column, middle row, last column, and you get 9 minus 5, which is 4. And just keep doing that. So that gives you 2, then that gives you 4, and finally the last one gives you 2. So that's your matrix of minors. And just looking at my notes, it seems like I've made a mistake, and there should be a 3 here. Okay, and then that's your matrix of minors. Now do your matrix of cofactors, which basically says let's times every other entry by -1. So it's the middle entry there, the first and last entry of this row, and again the middle entry of the bottom row. So we leave 5 of them the same, and we times the other ones by -1. So that's going to be u minus 3. This is now going to be minus u plus 5. That's going to be minus 2. Minus u minus 3. 3u plus 5. Minus 4. And 2 minus 4. 2. Then once we've done cofactors, we need to transpose our cofactors. And when we transpose our cofactors, we get u minus 3. So we write the top row as the first column. And we write the middle row as the middle column. And we write the last row as the last column. And so that's our cofactors transposed. And finally, we do, so the inverse is going to be 1 over 2 u minus 1, u minus 3 minus u minus 3, 2, I'm going to write this as 5 minus u, 3u plus 5, minus 4, minus 2, minus 4, and 2. And it's important that we learn these steps because in case we get, so in this case we had a u in there, so we couldn't use our calculators. We can't just do it straight up on our calculators. Right, part C. It says the image of the vector ABC when transformed by the matrix, that matrix there, is 3, 1, 6. Notice that the matrix is the same except now u is 6. So we know that when we times our matrix A by the vector A, B, C, so this is part C, I am going to get the vector 3, 1, 6. So what I need to do is I can say that, well, okay, ABC will be equal to A inverse. And it's important that we put the A inverse in the front because it was on the front, on the left-hand side, so it should go on the front, on the right-hand side. And that way the matrix you'll actually be able to multiply it now. So it's A inverse of 3, 1, 6. Well, what's A inverse? We now know u is 6. So ABC is going to be equal to A inverse 1 over, u is 6, so 6 minus 1, 5, 5, 1 over 10. 6 minus 3, 3, minus 6, minus 9, 2, minus 1, 23, minus 4, minus 2, minus 4, and 2. And then we've got to times this by 3, 1, 6. And so we do 3 times 3, so we do 3 times 3, then we do minus 9 times 1, and then we do 2 times 6, and we do that. That's for the first entry. So that's going to be 9 minus 9, so that's 0, plus, so that's 12. And then we do the same thing, so we do the middle row times 3, 1, 6. So that's minus 3 plus 23, so that's 20 minus 24, so that's minus 4. And we do the last one, so that's minus 2 times 3, minus 6, minus 4, so minus 10, and plus 12, so that's 2. Times by 1/10. And so that's going to give me 12 over 10, which is 6 over 5, as A, and minus 4, so minus 2 over 5 as B, and 1 over 5 as C. And that's the end of question 3.